Motivation is like this donut. When it's there, it's impossible to ignore. It has the power to make any average day great and everybody wants it. But the problem is, it quickly goes. We've all been there. You step on the scale when you're motivated to lose weight, you go to a concert and it motivates you to learn the guitar, or you watch a health documentary on Netflix and you're motivated to change your eating habits. Game changers, right? How's that new diet going? But what starts off with good intentions normally gets forgotten about. That initial motivation starts to fade, and before you know it, the goal that you did have quickly gets added to the list of the things you never completed. Was that opening a bit too brutal? I feel like it was maybe a bit too real for some of you, especially like that last part. I basically just called you a failure. So normally when people talk about long-term motivation, it's normally because they have a long-term goal. So it might be something like start a business or lose weight, whatever it is. It's probably going to take them months or maybe even years to actually accomplish it. And it may not even be something that you do accomplish. It might just be something that you have to keep working towards. So the question is, how do you stay motivated? But the truth is, you don't. Like, motivation is really good for getting something started, but it's not great for seeing something the whole way through. That initial motivation that you get when you do start something normally comes from some form of inspiration. But the problem is that's going to wear off pretty quick, and when it does, you need to be prepared. So that's why this video isn't so much about how to stay motivated, but more of a way of how to get the work done when you aren't. One of the best ways to do this is to know why you are doing something and to make sure that reason is powerful. Why are you learning another language? Is it because you are going on holiday there, or is it because you are passionate about that country and you want to live there one day? One of those reasons is far more powerful than the other, and if you base your reason why around something temporary, like a holiday, then don't be surprised if your progress is temporary as well. Having a strong reason why will make it easier to do what you need to do on the days when you really don't want to. Which takes me on to my next point. Build useful habits. Habits are a great way to automate your behaviour, and whilst they may take some time to develop, once you've established them, they make it far easier to get something done. After a while, you no longer need to motivate yourself to get up for the gym. You just get up, simply because that is what you do and it's part of your routine. In the same way you don't need to motivate yourself to brush your teeth in the morning, it just happens. So think about what habits will help you to work towards your goals and start implementing them. Now, I'm going to talk more about habits in another video. It's a massive topic and I don't want to get into the real meat and potatoes of it now. So the one tip I will give you is make it enjoyable. You're more likely to do something on a regular basis if you enjoy it. And that actually takes me on to my next point, which is enjoy the process. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of goals take months or even years to achieve, so you're going to need to enjoy the time that you spend trying to reach it. There is more than one route to reaching the same goal, so find the way that you enjoy the most and stick with it. I could have learnt to use a camera by watching videos online, but instead I just started making videos. Both would have got me the same result, but I find this far more enjoyable and rarely need to motivate myself to do it. Plus, I might get 1 or 2 likes along the way. That was a hint. Now, my final point is actually going to help with your motivation, and that is to just break things up into short-term goals. Having a long-term goal, which is going to take you years or maybe months if you're lucky to achieve, is pretty demotivating. But if you can measure your short-term progress over the course of a week, 2 weeks or a month, then you can actually kind of get a little bit of motivation from that. Now, I will say try and make these goals which are achievable, because depending on your mindset, if you don't achieve the short-term goals, you might actually just get demotivated, and then, well, that's the complete opposite point of this video, really. That's pretty much all from me. Like I've said, you're not always going to be motivated, and try and get over that now, and then focus on ways that you can still get the work done when you aren't motivated, because that way you will not fail. Well, you might still fail. Depends how good or shit you are or whatever you're doing. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then let me know. Other than that, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Love you.